Sleeping post-Latarjet surgery, trust me, it can be a challenge. And so today I want to share some tips and tricks that I have applied to my own Latarjet surgery on how you can improve the quality of your sleeping. Sleeping post-Latarjet surgery is going to be a challenge for some people. For some people it is super easy and they don't have a problem, but for me it was definitely a challenge. I'm going to speak about this today. Before we start, I want to let you know that I have done the surgery about 9 months ago. You can find lots of information on my channel. And to all the people who are watching that are subscribed to my channel, if you have any extra tips, suggestions or tips, please let them know in the comment section. I believe that this is a community for people who are doing the surgery, who need information. So the more information we can give to the people, the better. And by the way, I also have a WhatsApp group. It is totally free. I think we have about 70 members, close to that. It is super nice. People are there to answer your questions. It is definitely worth to check it out. So link in the video description. So in a few minutes, I will show you my setup on how I was sleeping in the sofa, because most of the time, I think the first 2 or 3 weeks, I was sleeping in the sofa. For me, sleeping was a challenge. I did use my painkillers as well, not because I was in pain, but because it really helped me to sleep better. Definitely for the first 2 weeks. So that is a side note. I did try to sleep in bed, but what I found out is that I had to use pillows behind my back because I had to sleep in an upright position like this because my arm was swollen. There is a high probability that there will be a lot of fluid in the arm. This is because there is inflammation, the arm is healing, so there will be fluids. And it is important that you have like this upright position for the body to process these fluids. Otherwise, you will feel that it's like swollen, it is warm, it can be painful. And this is not going to be for everybody, but it was the case for me. And I will add a video here above. This is going to give you more information about what I mean, about the fluids, about the swollenness. Anyways, when I was in bed, I was using pillows behind my back to have like this stability and to be able to sleep in an upright position. But what I found out, like in a few hours, the pillows would move and I would be flat on my back. And so again, the swollenness and the pain, it would increase. And so lying flat on my back in bed, it was just not the right thing for me. So that is the reason why I was using this electric sofa. So for example, I would use like lots of pillows in bed, like this, behind my back. And then I would be able to kind of sleep like this. And the reason why I came in bed is because I wanted to be with my partner. She was also asking me to be with her. But what I found out is that this is stable, but compared to a sofa, it is different because a sofa is always like super stable, and with pillows, they can move. And after like a few hours, I would feel that the pillows had moved and I would be like flatter on my back, like more flat. And then my shoulder would hurt because the fluid and the swollenness, it would increase, it would get warm, and the pain would also increase. So that is the reason why I decided like, okay, I'm just going to come to bed for 1 or 2 hours to just be with my partner. But then afterwards, I would hop into the sofa because for me personally, I felt that I had more stability over there. So right now I'm going to take you to the sofa. I'm going to show you how my setup was. Okay, this is just a regular sofa, but it is electric. So I'm going to show you what I can do with this. So I can arrange, like I can fully open it, but I also can arrange the position of my head. So this is super nice. Of course, I would use pillows as well. By the way, I can open both sides, so that would make a double bed, right? So I have different positions that I can sleep in this, but in the beginning, I would really sit or lay like this. Like if this is too flat, I just can come up a little bit. I'm able to put my arm on this part. I'm able to use some pillows. Like some people are using sleeping pillows. Like for me in the beginning, I was in the sling. Some people remove the sling. I was not doing that because if you sleep, it is possible that you do some weird unconscious movements and that can affect the shoulder. So please be careful with that. But I would be in a sling like this and I could sit like I'm doing now. I can make it more flat, to really lay down. So this is kind of flat and I would do it sometimes because I was able to sleep like for 1 or 2 hours also with the painkillers that I took. But then sometimes I would wake up and I would feel that there was lots of pain or swollenness, and then I just would sit up back like a little more upside. So this has been a blessing for me. Of course, people are using pillows, like sleeping pillows, to put under the arm. Like when I was at home and I was not sleeping, like during the day, for me, I was allowed to take off the sling. So I would sit here like this, or put my arm somewhere that was comfortable. But even if I did not have this electric sofa, so right now I'm going to show you what I would have done if this was just a regular sofa without the option to get it open. I would probably just take a chair, you know, like a chair. This is a ball, but I would just sit up straight in the sofa. I would use something to put my feet on, a ball or a chair or something like that. And of course it would be less comfortable, but trust me, for me, this would have been much more comfortable than being in bed, at least for the first 2 to 3 weeks. Because for me, sleeping, I'm going to be honest, for me it was tough. It was a challenge. And I've met lots of people, spoken with lots of people, and some people don't have a problem with it. But for me, I think this was definitely one of the harder things. Another thing that is very important to cover is sleeping on the side, because I'm a guy, I like and I love to sleep on my side. And of course, I had surgery on the right side of my body. I remember that for the first 6 weeks, it was very hard to sleep on my shoulder because it had surgery. It is very dangerous as well, quote unquote. So the suggestion would be not to do that. Of course, you will see for yourself, the further you get in the process, the more you will feel that you are like more comfortable. And by that, it will naturally come that you will be able to sleep on the shoulder. So I think after week 6 or 7, I was sometimes sleeping on the shoulder. I could feel that it was still like stiff and sometimes a little painful. But if you are sleeping on the side, you are probably the same like me. You like to change positions. So sometimes I sleep on the right side, sometimes I sleep on the left side. So I was just doing all things all together. Going from the left shoulder to the right shoulder, just flat on the back, setting up right. It's going to be a mix. You will find it out for yourself. As I said, everybody is different. Maybe you will have less problem with that. I think for myself, as I have said, I had a challenge with the sleeping, but lots of people don't. So it's going to be dependent on your body, and yeah, you just don't know how it will go for you. But there are many things that you can do. For me, it was super easy with the sofa, even if it would not have been electric. There are many options, many things that you can do. Use pillows. You can use sleeping pillows. They are very stable. I have not been using them. I was able to manage it with just the pillows that we have at home. Remember, it can be a challenge. It can be super smooth and flawless. You will see whatever it brings. Just know that after a few weeks, it will get better. And for me, like, my protocol was to not get out of a sling for the first 6 weeks. This is very important because the coracoid, so the little piece of bone that they have moved, this needs about 6 to 8 weeks to fully fuse, to fully attach itself to the glenoid, to the inside of the shoulder. So very important to carry or to wear the sling during night. But you will see, don't stress too much about it, don't worry too much about it, all will be fine. Just know that if you have any more questions or you want to hear other people's experiences, make sure to join the WhatsApp group. Everybody is super welcome. Also, if you have not done the surgery already, everybody is welcome if you need information related to the surgery. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more content, subscribe to the channel. I wish you all the best. God bless. Let me know how you are doing. Let me know when you have the surgery. And other than that, I wish you a great day. Ciao.